so I literally had to walk past people that were still coming in, and I was like, shh, shh, shh. Anyways, hello, thank you so much for showing up tonight. I appreciate it. Okay, this is our 18th show, which is crazy. And I'm so excited to be ending the Chronically Online tour in the hot-ass places, and y'all bring the fucking heat, and y'all are sexy as hell. Okay, so, first of all, the dry heat, I'm not even going to make a joke about it. I'm Irish. It is intense. But anyways, are we ready to party tonight? And I normally am like, at the start of shows, I'm like, guys, are we going to have fun tonight and all like this? Bitch, I don't know if anyone is on my Finsta. Also, this is the first time I have a wireless mic. I feel like I'm on Broadway or something. But anyways, which is so crazy about who's on my Finsta and people cheering, because normally Finstas are supposed to be like so private. But on the Finsta today, we came from New York this morning, and I didn't realize the flight was like 6.5 hours. So I was at Beyonce last night, which is the Beyonce is our intro and outro song. Love Beyonce! But I was at Beyonce last night in New Jersey, and it was so much fun. And then I went straight to the airport, and then we got on the flight. So it has been a long day, but you know what? Earlier I took a 5-hour energy, and I'm literally like bouncing off the walls right now. So it's a Thursday as well, which is my favorite day of the week. So I'm gonna party if you're gonna party, and you know what? Cheers! Can you? Cheers, so I can take a sip, and then it's cheers. Anyways, okay, welcome to the show. Now, for this show in particular, I have been very, very, very excited, and I've actually been patiently waiting. This is our 18th show, but this was the show I was most excited to perform for a specific reason, okay? Now, the specific reason is this is the first ever venue I have performed in 18 shows that we've done where Colleen Ballinger performed on this stage. No, literally only a couple years on this very fucking stage, by the way. That's enough of that. Anyways, on this very stage, and you know what? I have waited for this because it feels like such a moment for me personally. Now, this is obviously me and Colleen whenever I met her way back when. This was the first time I met her, and this was right after she performed at this venue, by the way. She did an international tour, which kind of links this weirdly as well. It feels like a very, very, very weird moment for me in watching those clips as well. And someone had asked me before, like, how does it feel to kind of be performing on the same stage that, you know, Colleen had performed on before? And honestly, before I came out on stage, it was kind of like, oh, it's like a silly little thing. Like, oh my God, it's shits and giggles. Like, Colleen performed on the stage and now I am too. Now that there's people in front of me, it feels very, very, very weirdly emotional because it's like, I'm not even trying to do like the sappy shit, but like, I promise. But I grew up going to YouTuber shows, and this was me going to YouTuber shows, and I mean, this was a big, big, big creator for me, and I would have never dreamed that whenever everything happened that I would have kind of spoken about it, but I also would never have thought that I would be performing on the same stage, and it just honestly is overwhelming in a really great way, and I really appreciate you all showing up. So again, thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Now, people may be wondering, Adam, why are you on tour and Colleen isn't on tour? No.
Hey everybody, I thought someone new to harass. She did some things that I do not like in her past. So everybody gather round, cause we're about to attack. but not based on facts.
Not based on facts. So now we're just lying. Yet again.
No, your loaded lethal weapon is your fingers on the keys. You don't need any armor when you can hide behind a screen.
Isn't that what you did to me for many years? And also your other fans,
by the way,
that you bullied behind a screen.
So shoot me down quick, make a click and bam. My reputation's deceased.
That's your fault.
Your goal is to ruin the life of the person.
So anyways, I want to talk about this for a second, but anyways, give it up for Colleen Ballinger. Okay. So, I love that little gag, and I waited 18 fucking shows to do that. But anyways, I want to talk really quickly about this. So, obviously, like I said, we are approaching the end of the Chronically Online tour. This was me at the White House after we had done a show at DC the night before. Now, the problem with this was I did the show in DC, and like I told you, I want to party if you want to party, and that's the kind of vibe that I like for this. It's messy, and it's just nasty at times, right? And so, anyways, I got really drunk during the show, and then after it, my two friends from DC, Meg and Lucy, were there, and they knew that, like, I'm a tourist, and they were like, let me show you the White House. So we went to the White House after we went bar hopping after the show, by the way, which... And it was, the clip that I'm about to show you is at 4 a.m. And this is a clip that I sent into my family WhatsApp, by the way, which includes my grandfather and my nana. And I sent this in the moment being like, they will love this. This is the fucking, and also I posted this main grid on Instagram as well. Oh, I heard the yup. This is what I posted.
Now a video. Let's go. Shake it for the video.
365 Trumpy Girl. 365 Trumpy Girl. Should we do a little key? Should we?
What the fuck? So, anyways, no. Who in the house knows the Secret Service? Maybe not personally, but we know of them, okay? I go, who knows them personally? But anyways, the worst thing was all my morals go out the window when someone is attractive. And so outside of the White House, the Secret Service was there, and he was low-key, like, fine as fuck. Now, this clip, I also posted main grid, and also in the family WhatsApp as well. And it is me going up to the Secret Service, and you have to be quiet for this because it's very, very, very quick. But my favorite thing about it is you can hear him go, I'm a police and a Secret Service, and me trying to hit. I'm like, Wait, if you're quiet, you'll hear him say, I'm a police and Secret Service. Wait. Secret Service and police. No. Now, this would be bad enough, having sent this into your family WhatsApp and also posted it main grid on Instagram, which is crazy, because we're in the age of, like, don't post on Instagram, and I'm like, you guys gotta see this. Now, you can imagine my horror waking up with a hangover the next day and realizing that, number one, I'd posted that, but number two, that was not the White House. That was actually the Treasury Museum in DC, whatever that is. It was a white building, and my drunk friend Meg was like, white building, White House, and I'm like, Trump! So the next day, I had to, vindicate myself and also try to make amends with my, grandparents. So I went to the actual White House, and what's even crazier about this clip I'm about to show you, which is the next day, hungover as hell. Who flies over my head? Trump. He was going to Pope Francis's funeral. Look at this.
That's crazy.
Hungover as hell, by the way. But anyways, I want to talk about the Chronically Online tour. So we have been doing this since February, and it has been an experience and a half. And I do just want to say as well, before I get into it, my incredible tour manager, Mark, wherever you are, give it up for Mark, by the way. Like, girl, I do not know what I would have done without Mark. And also, I took this, which is so cunty, and this is the first venue that have ever done this. I don't know if y'all saw this as well. The venue did this. We had no say in this. It's the Adam McIntyre specialty meal with drinks like the Chronically Online, I Heart Muckers, Am I the Asshole, which is so niche. The venue are cunty as hell for knowing that. And I love the red flag list. So give it up for your incredible venue staff as well. So anyways, with the Chronically Online tour, basically it has been smooth sailing with the shows. The Muckers have been a lot of fun, but there was one show that genuinely, if I had to do it again, I couldn't do it. It was the worst experience of my entire life, and I hope that they don't mind me saying this because I have said it in a lot of shows now, but the worst experience of my entire life since February has been doing the Chronically Online tour in London. It was the worst experience of my entire life, which is crazy because I lived in Brighton, I lived in London, and that's the closest show to home for me, but it was such a fucking disaster. So let me set the scene for you. This was the venue we performed in. This actually was the venue we performed in. They booked me in a church, like a cathedral, and we do the show at 8 p.m. And at about 11 a.m. and also 2 p.m. on this day, they were doing mass, obviously. So I walked into the venue, and it stank of, like incense and stuff like that. And it's so, like, brain rot of me. What my first thought was? I turned to Mark and was like, whose geek bar is that? But anyways, this was the venue we performed in, and I ended up tweeting this, and it will make sense very soon. I tweeted, I'm crying. The London venue are big mad at my show because I had a Trisha Paytas Queen Elizabeth section, and they said how disrespectful it was to do in London. What's offensive about this? So again, imagine that I'm performing in this venue, and this is the show that I'm giving. And by the way, the venue staff were people that obviously worked at the church. So your amazing venue staff look very different to the venue staff in London because some of them are still wearing that little white thing that priests wear. Can you imagine them checking in, all of y'all? They were not happy. But anyways, after the London show, Stephanie, who is the manager of that, and I have been throwing her under the bus because I'm never going to see her again, but she came up to me right after the show, and that's when we do the meet and greet, and she looks me dead in the eyes and goes, you have got to learn to be respectful in where you perform. And I was like, where were y'all in London? Now, you can imagine me being like, I don't book the venues. And I really did think about what she said. And you know what? We can be quite mean. And I realized that we should open the show, that will be quite mean, with a level of respect. So if we could all just join in prayer right now. Oh, no, I'm actually being serious. Gaggy be thy slay. Stephanie would not be happy. Thy kingdom cunt. Thy will be stunned on earth as it is on the Chronically Online tour in Phoenix. Give us this day our daily tea, and forgive us for our clockings, as we clock against those who clock against us. And you know what? Amen. We're a lovely bunch. But anyways, I want to get into Brighton really quickly. So I lived here for 5 years before I ended up moving to America to do this tour. And actually, you guys didn't renew my visa, so I'm out of here in July. So this is the last time you will ever see me. So it has been lovely, by the way. What a depressing thing to say at the start of the show. So anyways, I want to talk about Brighton really quickly. And I want to talk about these two divas. So you may not know who... He will love that you said that because it was just his birthday as well. So these two divas are Harry and Lexi, and they are huge creators in the UK. Now, the big thing about Brighton is that a lot of Americans really romanticize Brighton because it's a seaside town, and a lot of your favorite creators live there in the UK. A lot of your favorite Minecraft creators, most of them being pedophiles, and then a lot of like Sims YouTubers. But these two beautiful people lived in Brighton, and they do this show called Fireball Friday. Now, they asked me to be on the show, but the problem was the only time I could go on the show was the day before I moved out to America to do the New York show. So this was literally right before I did my first ever show, and I was shitting myself, and I was like, if I go on their show, drinking shows are fabricated for the most part, right? Learned that very quickly. So I was told by them that we were going to drink Fireball and they were going to ask me questions live on air. And again, I thought that it was going to be very surface level, whatever. I go over to their house with a bottle of Fireball as like a friendly gesture. We drink that bottle while talking about what we're going to talk about online. And there's only 3 of us. Now, that should have been the first red flag. Now, when we go live, we end up drinking 3.5 bottles between all 3 of us. No, straight, by the way. Not me, though. Just in case there's any confusion. My grandfather and Nana figured out very quickly with the White House videos. But anyways, we did this show, and I got blackout drunk. And the worst part about this was that I had to literally get the evidence scrubbed from the internet. My mother would not allow them to, like, repost this. So what I'm about to show you is a quick section of when they hit me live on air. I'm 3.5 bottles down. They go, "We want you to rank YouTuber scandals." And I'm like... Now, me sober doing that gets me in trouble, so you can imagine me when I'm like... Now, my favorite thing about this clip is, again, this has been scrubbed from the internet, so this is an exclusive. And also, beyond that, you can just see me disassociating in it. And it's them literally hitting me with ranking scandals. And again, this is not on the internet anymore, but I thought it was important to share for the lore.
I was live last night,
Right.
covering Dream. Should I Dream?
No, let's not shout him out.
Dream, we fucking love you on Fireball Friday. Dream, we fucking... That's
We
what
love
the
you,
mask is.
If Dream comes up, I'm making sure I look good for the clip.
You guys be messy. I'm just gonna make sure I.
Why am I
Here's the
drinking...
thing.
Do you
Do
have buzz
not
balls out
call
here?
Dream food.
Why am I drinking roses?
And me.
You can clip this shit. Do not call Dream queer. I will be the one to say it. I'm gonna throw you bitches under the bus. I love starting shit.
5 apology videos.
Love.
We want you to blind drink. My personal favourite. Shane Dawson cat apology.
I did not fuck my cat. I did not come in my cat.
Didn't
Where
put
he
my
goes...
dick-
I, Shane, y'all.
I, Shane, y'all.
I am not a fucking pedophile. I, Shane Yaw,
Government name.
go on record saying I am not a fucking pedophile.
The one where he's like at the MacBook.
Where, the MacBook Pro with the camera?
I might regret this, but I'm gonna put it at 4. Oh, that's not in the sense that you pick every Shane y'all out of the country. Who's gonna be?
Who's gonna be fucking your cats, Adam McIntyre? Jeffree Star.
Which one?
Racism.
Who remembers Jeffrey
In
racism?
the thumbnail, like,
Yeah.
I have to put Jeffree Star racism at number 1.
Such a bad soundbite out of
That's
context.
so put racism at number 1.
Racism at number 1.
In fact, he was like racism, and it was sorry the thumbnail. This cannot not be number 1. I don't care what else.
Logan Paul, the one for...
Suicide.
Who remembers Suicide Forest, Logan Paul?
You know what? I'm gonna put that at number 5. I really don't care for a straight man.
He's unlabeled, actually, so he's queer.
So many people are doing, right? So many people are doing, right? Unlabeled. I don't care for a straight / unlabeled man. I dream hope you're doing well.
I don't know who this is,
I
Lexi.
have to try it every day. This is real history.
Laura Lee.
Who remembers...
Laura Lee, I'm gonna put at a solid 3.
Is that the one where she
But
then...
she's fake crying.
and then
She's
she-
like,
I think I do know.
What?
This is the
Oh,
last
this is
one.
the last one.
I feel like you can guess.
Do I need to pull out an instrument right now?
Yeah, you need a ukulele for this one.
I would confidently put that at 2. You know why? Because even more, she didn't do a racism thumbnail. And I'll give her credit for that.
What is she going like? Grooming.
Oh, I gather.
Let me tell you something.
I love these bitches, but I want to move on to this bitch next, okay? So, one of the worst parts about living in fucking Brighton is these little bitches right here. And we've got a fan in the house of the seagulls. We've got Seagull Crave in the house. Seagull Crave is crazy. But anyways, these little bitches terrorized me in Brighton. And a quick little story was on a random Tuesday, I have 2 dogs, Bonnie and Dolly, and we'll talk about them a little bit later. But also, some really sweet girl made these for me, crocheted of the dogs, literally 12 shows ago. And these bitches have been on the road with me ever since, and they stand pride. And you know what? I do San Diego in a couple days, and for the first time in 3 months, I get to go home and see my dogs. I'm so excited. But anyways, back to those little bitches. So, They were bark, 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 and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I go into the kitchen, they're literally like barking in a circle. Oh, this little bitch is flying around my kitchen. Of course. Now, the thing is with the seagulls is the windows in apartments in Brighton are push. They know how to open it if there is food in. So, basically, it was flying around, and I call my friend Neve, and I'm like, girl, I am not God's strongest soldier. I need you to come over and get rid of this seagull. Now, the reason I want to show you this is it shows a scary reality of living in Brighton, but also this seagull that I was so scared of is so fucking chill. Look at her removing it from the fucking building, by the way. Like, that's my friend. Now, at the end of this video, it starts to fly out of her hands, right? Because I was recording instead of opening the door. Wait.
I don't think this seagull's ever been inside the building.
So, right at that moment, the seagull flies out of her hands, and you would... Okay, let me give you a scenario. Do you think me and my friend Neve, number one, got the seagull again and brought it outside, or number two, went back up to my apartment and opened a bottle of wine? And literally a week later, we got like a communal message for our apartment block with a photo of the seagull literally by the letterbox, and they were like, who let this in? And I responded on our little chat being like, this isn't the first time. This isn't the first time. But anyways, I want to talk about my friend Neve for a second. Now, I love this little diva. She is my best friend, and her fucking... Okay, can you agree with me? I fight with her every day about this. Those fucking earrings are insane, right? She will literally show up to these when we go... We will literally do, like, coffee or, like, brunch at, like, 9 a.m. or whatever. The big fucking hoops. She is such a fucking diva. And you know what? Aside from the hoops, she made this I Heart Muckers shirt herself and wears it unironically all the fucking time. She is the most supportive person. I love her. But anyways, she moved in with me my last 2 months of living in Brighton because she was in between tenancies. And it really just keeps hitting me that Colleen was performing on this stage. I can't, like, I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, wow. Anyways, introducing to the stage. No. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. We do a confrontation, an exclusive for Phoenix. Okay, guys, seriously, so we did a podcast for our last couple weeks of living together because we talked so much shit, as you can imagine, and we were like, let's fucking film it and let's talk about it. But this specific clip was whenever my mom hit her breaking point. My mom loves to be a little Kris Jenner and kind of oversee everything. And I actually love one thing about her is obviously with like touring and merchandise and travel and stuff, there's a lot of like technicalities that need to be worked out. My favorite thing about her, I don't even know if Mark knows this, she signs off her emails instead of Sinead McIntyre, Sinead McCafferty, because she was like, Kris Jenner doesn't use Kardashian. And I'm like... My poor father. I've lost her to the clout. But anyways, she oversees everything that I kind of post, and she saw this episode. I think it was the 4th or 5th episode I posted with my friend Neve. She calls me up before even finishing the episode and goes, you can never do another episode with her. So I ended up having to delete this episode, and I wanted to show you the like 20-second clip that was her breaking point. And together, we can figure out if I went too far. Because again, to my mother, this was enough where we axed the fucking podcast. So I'll judge it based on your reaction, whether or not her tea was valid, okay? So this was the clip that, and I heard an uh-oh. Here it is. Honestly, I wrote this online. JFK, lookalike competition.
Saw, and your mum went, what did your mum say?
My mum was really upset. She was really disappointed in me.
I think he's so ugly.
JFK?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I would give him a different kind of head. Let me tell you something. He'll lose his head another way.
Guys.
So judging by your reaction, it was an overreaction from my mother. But my God, that clip really did her over the edge. And God bless, by the way, because the first, 6 shows we did back in February, my parents came out to them with me. And my mom watches my content and kind of oversees, everything. And she's a messy little bitch herself. I love her for it. But my dad is so far removed from my content. He's so supportive, but he doesn't ever want to watch anything, which is fair enough. But when I did my first show in New York, it was the first time that he ever got to really see me, do what I do on YouTube. And I remember they were sitting up at the balcony. I remember I would turn around to watch the screen, and I would literally just see him like this. It was like all the dreams had like... But anyways, moving on from that, I want to talk about Trisha Paytas. No, with Trisha Paytas, I think it's important to immediately acknowledge that I met her a couple weeks ago, right? I was so fucking nervous to meet Trisha because I knew that she was going to talk about it on Just Trish, and I had a little bit of a guard up because me and Trisha have had a back and forth for a long time. We'll talk about it later in the show. But she ends up talking about me on Just Trish, and the only thing that she said was, you know, he was taller than I thought. He wasn't like a little leprechaun. And I was like, okay. Now, with Trisha, I just want to go on and talk about this for a second. And you know what, bitch? Stephanie is not in the house tonight. Does anyone know the correlation in these two images? Let's talk about it. Trisha Paytas and the royal family. Reincarnation. So basically, if you do not know, when Trisha Paytas gave birth to her first child, Malibu Barbie, Queen Elizabeth literally died, okay? Who said that? Are you American?
No, I moved here from London.
Lizzie's in a box, in a box, Lizzie's in a box. By the way, that's probably so shocking to all the Americans, but back home we love going, Lizzie's in a box, in a... I was not expecting to hear that. Girl, they didn't even give me that fucking energy in London, Jesus Christ. But anyways, so her firstborn, Queen Elizabeth, gone out of the equation. Now, her secondborn, literally when she announced it, Buckingham Palace had to release a statement that what is his fucking name? King Charles? I don't fucking, whatever, fuck the patriarchy, I'm like, fuck these. So anyways, when she announced that she was pregnant with her second, that was whenever they released a statement that King Charles was actually in intensive cancer treatment and had to like take back. So basically, she knocked a second one out, right? No. Trisha announced that she's pregnant with third child, okay? When Trisha announces she's pregnant with her third child, the Pope falls down too. Now, here's the thing. One time, a coincidence. Two, third time, what the fuck is going on in her pussy? Like, what the fuck? Now, it gets even crazier. Trisha's birthday is the 8th of May, okay? What happened on the 8th of May this year? You got a new pope, okay? But that's another coincidence. You know what's not a coincidence? The fact that the new pope and Trisha's first baby share a birthday. I'm not even kidding. Malibu Barbie, September 14th. Your new pope, September 14th. Now, at this stage, it's not a coincidence, and I won't have it. And I was saying this earlier, it must be so annoying, but also great for Trisha, because every time she falls pregnant, she gets trending because someone else will, like, die. But, like, and it must be, like, great for her to always be in the headlines, but it must be so annoying that whenever she gets pregnant and she looks at that pregnancy, she's like, oh, fuck. But anyways, I want to move on to the actual show. Are we ready? That was just your little fucking warm-up. Okay, so whenever I decided that I was going to go on tour with X1, I tried to figure out what the hell that looks like. And I think the one thing that we all have in common is being, well, a majority of us are incredibly brain-rotted individuals. And you know what? This is a safe space of understanding niche, dumb-ass references. And one thing that I love about this show is it is the dumbest waste of your time ever. But within tonight, you will be in a room of people that are equally as fucking deranged as you, and I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. So let's go on to what is a mucker, okay? Is it a slur, an autocorrect way of saying the word fucker, or a term of endearment for a friend in Derry, Ireland? Now, of course, all of us probably in this room know, of course, it's a slur. No, it's a term of endearment for a friend in Derry in Ireland. I'm from Derry. This is where I grew up. And we are known for two things. The first one being Derry girls. Who's watched it? Okay, so we're known for that, but fuck that, because we're also known for the goddamn chicken box. Now, you may be confused, but this is where it all comes back to. This chicken box, we will reference it at the end of the show. and it will make sense. It all comes back to this. This is the nastiest food you can get on a night out in Derry, right? It's like chips, mayo, sriracha. That's not the point. This has become such an integral part of Mucker lore, and I find it very beautiful. Does anyone in the house know Rosanna Pansino? Yeah! Now, my favorite little story to tell, because it only happened a week ago, is I could never say this online because Rosanna would be really fucking pissed at me, but after the Orlando show, if anyone's on the Finstone, you would have seen this, I went bar hopping, and I had a couple days off after it. I was going to Disney. I got blackout drunk at this fucking bar called like Savoy, and it was bad, right? So I got blackout drunk there, and then I ended up being like, I need to call and text someone, and everyone I knew back home was sleeping because of time zones or whatever. So I'm like on Instagram, posting on the Finsta, and it's like, oh, Rosanna Pansino's awake. I wish she wasn't, because I end up calling Rosanna, right? And we've never done a phone call, ever. She picks up, we're on the phone for about 3 fucking hours, and she is being so sweet and just talking me off the fucking ledge of like having a meltdown. And I could never say this online because she wouldn't like me saying this, but between us, she is a fucking real one, by the way. I really, really, really like her. She's been involved in things, but I do believe that out of everyone we talk about, I believe she's genuine between me and you. Introducing to the stage? No. And that's one of my favorite stories to tell. But with Rosanna Pansino, I went over to her house to film a collab. And if you don't know, she is a professional cooker and baker. And this is her entire niche. She has cookbooks and all this shit, right? So she decided when we would film together that we would drink mimosas. And if you put a drink in front of me, I will drink it. And she quickly found this out because I'm literally drunk rambling at her like, Rosanna, the chicken box. And she is so fucking disgusted at me. And I want to show you this clip. This is the first time that me and Rosanna ever met. And I'm drunk yapping at her at 9 a.m, by the way, about the chicken box. Look how fucking disgusted, but also how PR. She's like, yes, good for you. Good for chicken box, yeah. Watch this.
I think so. Whenever I think of like Derry accent, I really have to tap into it. Get a chicken box. Sure, we'll go get a chicken box. Do you know what that means?
No, what does that mean?
A chicken box. Ugh. I'm so glad you brought this up, bro.
It's a box of chicken.
She literally didn't bring it up, by the way. It was me.
Nope.
Not quite that, babe. The perfect fast food after a night out. It's like a box. That's correct. But it's like cut up chicken.
Yeah.
And
also,
like
watch how
mayo,
she has a mimosa,
sriracha,
but she's moved me onto a cup of tea.
It's just like the dirtiest thing. But like, whenever I tap in Derry, I'd be like, sure, after a night out, we'll get a chicken box. Like, Derry sounds really rough. For God's sake, like, we'll get a chicken box after a night out. Like, we'll go to Apache Pizza and we'll do all this. And
Cut him off at the bar,
we'll
Jesus
drink some
Christ.
tequila, and it's all like it's like mucker. I have to say chicken box. When I like tap into Derry, and like it's a big thing where I'm just like, me and Ro will get a chicken box. Wait, I want to hear you try it.
Chicken box.
That's actually quite good.
God bless Rosanna Pansino. Give it up for Rosanna Pansino. Now, again, when I was trying to think of the most fun experience for you, and again, I know that there are a lot of people here that came at our muckers, and I'm also aware that there's a lot of people that have been brought here and have no fucking idea what's going on, and you're my favorite people to watch during the show, by the way. The 2 daddies in front row. Give it up for the daddies in front row! Mine after. No. Anyways, I was trying to think of like crazy. Universally, what would be a fun experience for all of us? And if you're drinking, if you're not drinking, whatever you're doing, I just want you to have fun. And I promise you, I've gone to a lot of YouTuber shows like Jeff Wittick's and Tana Mojo's where I have not. I'll not go there actually. I've never said that before. I just want you to have fun. So this next part of the show is going to be incredibly interactive if you allow it to be. So we are going to do some mucker lore, okay? Now, this show will be made different to the other ones based on you reacting to what you know, don't know, like, or don't like, okay? That's how it's going to work. We'll start off easy, and we'll get messier and messier. So, we'll go from me to Derry, to the chicken box, to Rosanna. Now, I want to talk about this really quickly, because this is a big thing in mucker lore, right? This will not make sense to a lot of people. The Rosanna Pansino with the purple emoji. Now, it was actually the muckers that started commenting this. So much so, in fact, that on her birthday post, there were more comments spamming this than birthday messages, that she was like, Adam, what does it mean? And I was like, don't worry about it, kitten. Now, a lot of people wonder where this comes from. It comes from this. So, Bella Hadid posted and said, "Will you free my Palestine?" And Donatella Versace decided to comment, "Donatella Versace," with the purple emoji. And for some reason, the Muckers decided that we wanted to do this. And so that means that we go from Rosanna to Donatella Versace, which obviously, I mean, it's already looking pretty crazy. You're going to see how this goes, right? It wouldn't have made sense if I didn't give you that little piece of lore, but we're going to go on to Escape the Night, Joey Graceffa's show. So this is a YouTube show. It's like a YouTube version of American Horror Story ran by Joey Graceffa, who I don't care for much. I hate Joey Graceffa. Like, fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Nastiest cried ever. Fuck Daniel Prada. Jesus Christ. I'm like, when my Nana and Granda are like, "What do you do on stage?" And I'm like, you know, we just go and we just talk and we have a great time. All positive. So Escape the Night is Joey's show, but more importantly, Gabbie Hanna. Oh, I want to talk about Gabbie Hanna. I love Gabbie Hanna. She is one of my favorite people in the entire world because the giggles are crazy. You will never meet a more delusional person, God bless her, than Gabbie Hanna. She is a jack of all trades, and my favorite thing about her is she is an incredible, incredible musician.
Far away from here, clearly I'm the one they're afraid of. The thing with the line, clearly I'm the one.
Look at that cunty fucking bob, by the way.
There is no reason that you can pick out.
Look at her trying to make this song deep, by the way.
It's me. Whether it is or isn't, it's the feeling of blaming yourself for everything. But it's hard not to feel that way when people either, like, you know, ghost you or cut you out or whatever it is. You start to blame yourself. One after another.
No one's ever sang along. That was crazy.
Ever since I was a child,
Gabbie, God bless you, but I cannot listen to anymore because I want to talk about her poetry. Gabbie has released 2 poetry books, Adultolescence and Dandelion. New York Times bestseller, by the way, and also before this show, y'all better shut the fuck up because I checked the book sales in Phoenix. Do you know, by the way, that she was a number 2 bestseller in Europe? Oh, so now you have no idea about her poetry book. Go fuck yourself. Oh, now you have no idea. You've never seen this before, okay? No. Me being like a crowd of liars. No, my favorite thing about Gabbie is not only is she a musician, but she wants us to believe so badly that she is a poet. And now, for this next section, I thought that we should go to poetry class. And I want no reactions other than this. Let's be respectful to Gabbie, because she really tries to preach this. Guys, please. So I'm going to read you some of my favorites from her poetry book, okay? Recess. Who knows the Lord thing where she's like, I am mama. Wait, you actually know it? That is so... Wait, who knows the Lord meme? Okay, wait. She goes, I am my mother's child. I've never done... No one has ever known that reference. Y'all are fun over there. Anyways. Recess. Jacob and Emily sitting in a tree. KISSING. First came love, then came marriage, then came a stale and empty life. I'm seeing why it was a bestseller book in Phoenix. As a result of the societal pressures to wed which led, which, by the way, my drink hasn't kicked in yet, but that doesn't make sense, right? To wed which led, just so we're all on the same page, right? Ooh. To a semi-public affair and a severe case of alcoholism. Oh, I know my audience. Oh, wait, speaking of my audience, mixed with mental illness! Thank God that landed, because that would have been really awkward if it didn't. Followed by a grueling 2-year divorce that damaged the kids emotionally and left everyone without a sense of direction or self-worth. Whatever. Filler. This one's good. Some of these poems were written because inspiration struck. Others were written because I had a deadline and needed to fill pages. Can you guess which are which? No. I'm not even allowing you to do it for this. Does anyone know Wendy Williams? Does anyone know the gags she does during the show? Okay, wait. Play along. So she sold this book, by the way, for $20. Clap if she should suffer. Clap if she should be arrested. Fucking dumb ass show. No, I love this one. Iron. When I was young, my mom used to check if the iron was hot by touching it, and I don't know. I just feel like there's a metaphor in there somewhere. Clap if she should be arrested again. No. My favorite for last. Oh my God. Can we do it together, please? Please. Relative. Time. Beauty. Family. Give it up for yourselves. And also, give it up for the delusional Gabbie Hanna. So we're going to go from Gabbie to poetry. Obviously, that makes sense. And then we're going to go to Taylor Swift, the Tortured Poets department. Now, the reason we're going to the Tortured Poets department is because I made you sit through 5 minutes of So Long London. I love Taylor Swift. But what's really interesting is the first half of these shows, when I would say, Taylor Swift, Tortured Poets department, crowd would go crazy. Literally second leg, when we're doing more niche places, the boos have been crazy. So if you're a Taylor lover, I love you and I see you. If you're a Taylor hater, I made you sit through 5 minutes of one of her songs. No, I love this album, but more importantly, I want to go on to Crumble Cookie for a second, and I have a point with this. Like the chicken box, it all goes back to this, okay? It all goes back to Rosanna Pansino, okay? When I went over to her house, it was actually on my birthday trip. So I filmed with her on September 30th, which is my birthday. Now, the day before that, my friend Neve, that we talked about earlier, we went out to a Taco Tuesday place in WeHo. Now, Americans love to give, nachos and appetizers with, when you sit down, which is, by the way, love that. It's so cunty. We need to bring that back, to Ireland. I'm just, writing notes. But anyways, I bit into the first fucking chip, and my tooth falls out. Don't look too closely later, by the way, if you're coming to the meet and greet, but it literally entirely fell out. And this is not a joke, by the way, I've been living here for about 8 months now. I understand now this is not a joke. I swear to God, I mean it, because people keep laughing. I'm no, I'm trying to connect with you. I now understand what you mean about healthcare and dental care, because this tooth has been empty for about 8 months, by the way. But anyways, the important context with Crumble Cookie is the day after this happens, I was supposed to go over to Rosanna Pansino's house to film her podcast. Now, Rosanna was friends with people that we'll talk about later in the show. And so I was oh, she's going to ask me about this during her podcast. So I was very, very, very nervous. I get to her house and she's like, hey, Adam, the podcast studio isn't ready yet, but don't worry, we're going to eat crumble cookies and talk about tea. Now, can you imagine someone saying that to you the day after your entire tooth falls out? So everything again comes back to Rosanna Pansino. And remember that point, because we're then going to move on to Mr. Beast. So, hey. With Mr. Beast, I don't have a lot to say other than the smile really does freak me out a little bit. And that's has anyone seen the rebrand he's doing on social media? It's crazy. Anyways, now, with Mr. Beast, I don't have a lot to say, but I think that Rosanna Pansino would shoot me dead if I didn't include her and Mr. Beast together. So to keep the princess happy, and also, I love when someone holds a grudge, so I've included it just for her, okay? But we are going to go on to, again, Trisha Paytas. Now, I want to talk about Trisha's poetry for a second. Now, Trisha released a poetry book called 101 Poems About My Ex-Boyfriend, about none other than Jason Nash. Send another galaxy down below. Another galaxy down below, y'all. Now, I want to do a little survey, and you've all got to play along, regardless of if you've been dragged here or you came. If you have ever been in a situationship, raise your hand. Okay, a lot of victims. If you have ever been in a keep your hands up. If you've ever been in a relationship that didn't work out, put your hands up. Daddy on front row is putting hands up. Okay, keep the hands up. Have you ever released a horny poetry book about that person? Oh, yeah. We have got a debrief after this. So, Trisha released a horny poetry book about Jason Nash. Now, I'm going to warn you, this is a little bit different than Gabbie Hanna's poetry. I would love to read you some of my favorite ones and, fake a reaction for you. You cannot fake the genuine horror of reading these for the first time. So I have like a minute clip of the most shocking ones that I read for the first time. And now, I don't know if anyone's been to like Disneyland, Disney World, Universal, and they have those shirts. It's like, I survived Haunted Mansion. Literally after this, I should have thought about it. It'd be like, I survived the Trisha Horny poetry section. It's psycho. And also in Orlando, the seats were like this, like different rows or whatever. Right before I did this section, this man stands up, right? And I was like, I didn't want to acknowledge it because I knew he was going to the bathroom. So he stands up and like is waiting for someone. It's going on for a little bit of time. So I'm just like, kind of like, doing my little thing, just allowing him to go out, whatever. Up stands, I don't know if anyone's on my Finsta, about a 5-year-old child. Talk about an all ages show. This 5-year-old child, 5, 6 years old, was sitting in the crowd the entire time because the parents watched my videos and they didn't want to get a babysitter. And I literally had to warn them to leave during this section. This is about to be brutal, okay? And in Nashville, it was tabled like this. And right here was this girl who was sitting with her parents. And whenever I was doing this little like rundown, I look over and it was so sweet, but I really didn't give a fuck. She was like this. So I'm going to tell you, this is not going to be pretty. But this is me reading some of the most shocking, for the first time, Trisha Horny poems about... By the way, when you're about to read these, keep...
Won't someone love me? I throw men to the wall like spaghetti, hoping something sticks. Ugh! I'm left sticky! Girl, time and place! I throw my men to the wall like spaghetti, hoping something sticks. I'm left sticky. Girl! But like thirsty, do you understand? I'm a bottomless pit. A gaping hole! From the top. What happens when you dry up? I'm still not dry. I'm still so wet, but like thirsty, do you understand? I'm a bottomless pit, a gaping hole. That is the craziest run-on sentence I have ever read in a poetry book.
A gaping hole.
He's a good one. He's a funny one. How about Jason Nash? Send another galaxy down below. Jason Nash, wow, she was dying bad. We kiss, we make love, we have fun, we eat, we dance, we beg for money on TikTok. Why do I feel like I'm... Right, I'm just gonna crack on.
All right, this is where things really go off the deep end, so lock in, okay?
Spectacular. Why do I feel like I'm bursting from inside? It's warm. He's warm. It's magical and full. I feel refreshed.
Now again, where are those fucking shirts at? We survived it together, and I think that's incredibly beautiful. And I also love that I've put 18 venues through having to hear that as well. Because a lot of you bitches understand it, but God bless the venue staff because they have to sit through it, and you know what? They're doing such an incredible job. I see them all. Give it up for your venue staff, by the way. Also, I don't know if anyone knew, but when we started this tour, I had brown hair. I photoshopped it to be red as well, just because I'm such an attention seeker. All right, anyways, moving on. Also, by the way, on the tour poster, I don't know if anyone clocked it, on a majority of the tour posters, I spelled Phoenix wrong. Does anyone, check later, does anyone have the tour poster where E is there? By the way, very confusing. Check later and I'll give you $500. I'll be like, Mr. Beast. Actually, don't hold me to that, please. So we're going to go on to Ethan Klein. Okay, I will admit, Ethan has never gotten a reaction that strong before. So, me too, babe. So, with Ethan Klein, I have to set the scene, okay? So we go from Ethan to Frenemies. This was a show he did with Trisha, and it was really, really, really big. So, when Frenemies ended, he did a show with his mother, Donna Klein, called Families, okay? And now, to give you too long to read of this, Frenemies ended, Ethan did Families with his mother to kind of fill that airtime. And his mother really started to like drama channels, and this was back in 2021, I want to say, 2020, 2021. And she started like commenting on my videos and reaching out, and she was very, very, and to this day, I have nothing bad to say about her. We're still mutuals on Twitter. Like, I have nothing bad to say about her, and you'll see very soon that we have no problems with her. But I feel that there's an important piece of context because a lot of people wonder where the problems with Ethan come from. And it's with this specific live stream where when I went out to LA, the reason for it was because Britney Spears was being freed from her conservatorship. And I was going out to kind of, hopefully Wendy Williams soon as well, by the way. But I had went out to LA because the courthouse was going to be on the 12th of July, so I wanted to be there. Now, Teddy Fresh were doing a pop-up, I think right before or right after that, so it was perfect timing. It was the first time that I had ever traveled, literally ever, and I was 18 years old, and I went from fucking Derry to fucking LA, and it was so scary. I went by myself. I had just turned 18 years old. Yeah, it was the week after my 17th birthday. Like, me at 22 years old now, like, I'm not trying to, like, infantilize myself, but that is very young to travel, considering what we're about to talk about. So, anyways, I was making drama videos, and Donna reached out to me, and we were talking back and forth, and the kindest woman ever, and I asked her for recommendations in LA, because I had never been there before, and we had obviously connected. So she gave me a bunch of recommendations and, you know, invited me out to dinner with her, Ethan, and Ela, which is crazy to think about us doing that now, by the way. But it ended up not happening. She cancelled, and that was fine. She had her reasons, and I didn't think much of it. I went out to the event. Thank you, Ethan and Ela, for, you know, inviting me. And then 3 years later, on a random live stream, Ethan Klein decides to bring this encounter up from like 3 years ago, and he tries to like paint it that I was like acting inappropriately with his mother and like being really creepy towards her. And so this is the start of the Ethan lore. Now, I want to talk about a lot to do with Ethan as of recent, which just you wait because I just added it for the show. But I've got to set the scene. So he basically, on this live stream, talks about how I was creeping on his mother a couple years ago. He was so uncomfortable. Ela Klein is so uncomfortable by it. And then I, being chronically online, posted every screenshot text message I had with everyone involved and was like, let me ask the audience, you know, come up with your own, you know, take on it. Ethan reads these live on air, and it starts to like, oh, he calls his mother live on air to get her to shit talk me, and this is why I love Donna Klein. She's like, I love Adam. Adam's so sweet. Now, the reason it's important to show you this clip is before I make fun of Ethan in real time, it's important to set the scene as to why we have a problem. So this was a live stream that happened, I don't know, like maybe 6 months to a year ago, and this was the starting scene. So this is him on the phone to his mother, okay?
So I have questions. We're going back in time a little bit. Adam McIntyre, you remember him?
I do.
And you remember?
He's doing too well.
He's doing fine, I think.
Is he? Okay. Dad was pointing out to me that his viewership was down or something.
What? Why are you guys gossiping about viewership count? I don't think that's even true. Although I don't know.
Your father was watching it, and so he mentioned it.
Well, that's very funny. I'm glad.
I remember. He was very sweet.
So, I remember when you were going to meet him for, like, dinner or something?
Yeah.
And we're like, that's super weird. Don't do it.
I remember. You said don't do it. Yes.
Do you remember who initiated that invitation?
I knew my first step. I think it was him.
So Ethan now gets sent my
He's
tweets
claiming-
of the text, okay?
He's claiming.
This is all live, by the way.
Let me open it up. I haven't actually read them.
I don't remember. I'll be honest with you. I really don't remember. I thought it was him, but maybe not. Because he said he was going to be out there.
So here on August 7th, how did you get his phone number? He's not showing that.
No. We didn't.
No, this is DM.
Oh, this is Twitter DM. Okay.
Yeah.
Carrie and I saw you had COVID. I'm glad your vaccination helped. Feel better, Donna Klein. Nice that you signed it with your full name.
Okay.
Lovely lady.
He just said, thank you. I discovered I had COVID. I tested positive, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, thank you for the message. Moving along. So he said I'll be in LA in November. If you have recommendations. And you said, I'll make a list of things. How are you feeling? I'm babysitting my grandson Tatty right now. But when Ethan and Hila return from New York, if come out before the baby is born in November, perhaps we can all go out for dinner. Okay, I see. Well, my mom was thinking we were all friends and we were all going to go out.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, it gets so much messier
And then he
than
said,
this.
oh, wow, thank you so much. There's so much to do and I have no idea, Lil. Hope you and Teddy are well. I'm doing better, just feeling better, yada, yada. Yada, yada, yada.
Yada, 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 of
He
course.
says that would be unreal. I'm sure y'all know some good dinner spots, too. Don't be too sure of that, kid.
Fair enough, fair enough.
You don't know me. I don't know any good place to eat. Here are some things I would recommend to see and do while you are here in LA. And you gave him a bunch of recommendations. Thank you.
Who gave who
Do
the
you have
phone
any
number, by the
availability
way?
on the 15th? What is that referring to?
Was that for me or him?
He asked you, would you have any availability on the 15th? Like,
Well, I think he might have meant, do you want to go out to eat or something on that? That's what I would take it as.
you said it. Wait, I'm confused now. Is she
This
the
is
blue
all
or the
live,
gray?
by the way.
Here's the blue.
Okay.
Was that me or him?
He said, do you have any availability? And you said that's 15 or 16 works. And then he said, I can do 15. With a ton of emojis.
Girl, whatever happened to being friendly?
So that's it.
Okay.
That's it. I feel like I'm going to have to get my hand on was that your whole conversation with him? You guys didn't talk about anything else?
No, that was it.
Okay.
Girl, I know.
Well, I apologize to Adam. My mom misled me.
I misled you?
I'm just kidding.
I mislead you.
I'm just kidding. I was calling him a creep because I thought he reached out to you to try to take you for dinner and be your best friend.
No, I mean, he was out here for your thing.
He was? What thing? I never met him.
Remember, you had some sort of
Teddy Fresh pop-up.
you had some sort of Teddy Fresh.
I've never met him in person.
You did. He came to your
Huh?
your place. For Dot.
What? My place?
You guys were selling Teddy Fresh. It was some kind
Just
of
you
I
wait.
don't think we met him.
special collab.
I don't think you met him.
Somehow,
He came up.
here's
Okay.
where my
All right.
issues with Ethan
There was a whole
start.
bunch
The
of
last
people
30
in
seconds of this
line.
clip.
And I think he came out for that.
Oh, we got him in. We got him a spot.
So Ethan, live, doesn't take defeat here, but instead doubles down.
Sorry, I
This
remember.
last 20 seconds are my issue with Ethan, okay?
Well, there it is, Adam. Do you have anything bad to say about him? Do you want to insult him?
Adam?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
He's like a sweet kid.
Okay. Just checking. Did he make you feel uncomfortable at any point?
Girl, whatever. So, that is the origin story with Ethan, by the way. A lot of people don't know where it stems from. But now that we've gotten that boring shit out of the way, let's move on to fucking this. Oh my god. Thank God that video's over because it's the longest video you'll have to watch. And I was just so excited to talk about this. But it was very important for me to give you the lore, okay? So this is Ethan Klein's new tattoo about his... The greatest thing a man can do for his children is clearly tattoo their mother being like, wow, yo, eye bag's crazy. Is to love their mother. Now, here's the thing that I just want to say. as an open letter to everyone in the building. If there are any people in the building that are here that do not like me, that's fine, because you would not be the first. I have had people come to the show, record only this section, leave after it, post it on Reddit, and get me fucking thousands of fucking upvotes of hate things, right? Now, let me tell you something. I added this to the... Mark, it was Nashville. Our first show back, I added this to Nashville because he had just gotten the tattoo, right? And I was like, lol, Ela, horrible. Before I had even got back to the hotel, guess what my friend Kat sends me? This. From someone who was in the crowd. So someone who was in the crowd of my show, who bought a ticket to come, came to the show to make a post saying, Adam McIntyre makes absolutely unhinged joke towards Ela. This is what's being normalized to these Twitter brain dipshits. That's y'all, by the way, if you didn't know. Social media is so dumb because they're saying that as an insult and I say it to your face and you're like, yeah. It's genuinely disgusting. I love how even the audience didn't even take it that well. It's disgusting, Adam. It's absolutely unnecessary and borderline defamatory and disgusting about me. And you know what? Shut the fuck up, because how the fuck am I not supposed to make fun of this? And by the way, who am I to talk? But that's what makes it even worse. This tattoo, by the way, is my favorite thing, because no matter how much people make fun of Ethan for it, he will never address it ever again. And I think that's really beautiful. And if there are any people in the house here tonight who want to just come to record it for the H3 show, make sure to get a good shot of my fucking ass. So anyways, I do just want to really quickly talk about Ethan Klein for a second. So I'm glad we're in agreement. So even as recent as like 3 weeks ago, Ethan Klein gets involved, starting to come at me, right? And she is like, Adam McIntyre is scum. He is the worst person of all time. He needs to be disappeared. He is the worst person of all time. Now, that coming from Ethan Klein is very humbling. Like that, there's nothing that hits worse than Ethan Klein calling you a bad person. So this literally happened like 2 weeks ago, which goes to show that while I hold a grudge, they are still on my ass to this day. So this happened literally like 2 weeks ago. Oh, wait, sorry. Before I do that, actually, because I forgot to do this in the last couple shows. Ela says, like, Adam needs to, like, disappear or whatever. Ethan is even shocked by what she says. Watch Ethan's reaction after Ela goes on her little, like, angry rampage against me. Ethan's like, just watch, okay? This is very beautiful.
But someone like Adam especially, who's, like, on record being like, I respect snark.
Adam McIntyre needs to just, like, disappear. That guy is a piece of shit, like, of the lowest order. I never even stood by him when he talked bad about Trisha having a kid and called him like the spawn of Satan. He was supposedly on our side. I would never even co-sign that. I was disgusted by that statement too. But now he's back on Trisha's
he's
side.
trying to buddy up. I think he's trying to get on his own side.
Now he's back on her side. But I remember when he called her kid the spawn of Satan.
I never said anything.
And I was supposed to be like cheering on, but I wasn't going to cheer that on. That's disgusting.
Why do you forget that he called her children, which is something we would never do, the spawn of Satan?
It's disgusting.
And
a piece of shit of a human.
It's just incredible who ends up being the good guys in this story. You know, it's really something.
Now, my favorite thing about this clip, other than the crazy statement that Ethan just said, is that Ela's like, he called her child the spawn of Satan. Because when Queen Elizabeth died and people said that Trisha's baby was going to be her, I was like, oh my God, fuck's sake, another spawn of Satan. Which, by the way, fuck. I was going to say fuck the Brits. That's too broad, by the way. But wait, are there any British people in the house? Okay, wait. Can you do this? Fuck the Brit. But we love you. What a safe space. Yeah, but my favorite thing about this is that Ela went on this rampage about me calling Trisha's child this and how she would never associate with me, right? That happened, my Queen Elizabeth tweet, in 2022. 2023 was when the Colleen story broke, and genuinely, I cannot tell you how much they were up in my fucking pussy to do an interview about that. So much so that they did the interview without me because I was at Disney with my mom, and guess who took my place? Johnny. I don't even talk about him during the show because I thought that people wouldn't know who he was, but that fucking psycho, oh my fucking God. Anyways. What a great uplifting show. Okay, so Colleen Ballinger! Who graced your very stage before you. Now, with Colleen Ballinger, I think I made enough jokes at the start, which means that I get to move on to Miranda Sings. Okay? Now, with Miranda Sings, I want to go on really quickly to Meghan Trainor, okay? Now, I want to go on to this right here, okay? You may not know what this is, but basically, I ran the Miranda Sings account for Colleen Ballinger. And I had to, you know whenever you like tweet things, but then you put them in your drafts, and then you can tweet them later? So basically, I would have to tweet, put it in the drafts, and Colleen would go in and rewrite it, okay? So, some words have been rewritten here. Think that a 15-year-old boy, gay boy, wrote these, right? Which makes it even funnier. And this 30-something-year-old woman, who graced your very stage, by the way, rewrote it to... We'll get to it when we get to it, okay? So this was my first viral moment on the Miranda Sings account. And it aged very well, as you can imagine. So I tweeted, surprise announcement in 30 minutes. You're not ready. 30 minutes later, I tweeted, I have a secret. I'm coming out today for you all. This has been so hard to come to terms with, but I'm proud. I stand before you today as a Meghan Trainor fan. I hope you can all accept me. Very, very, very dumb, okay? But you know what? The one thing she asked me was to go viral, and this was the biggest thing on Know Your Meme, the website, for 3 fucking weeks. And you know what? 15-year-old gay boy Adam, 8. But thank God it didn't go down wrong. Oh, okay. So YouTuber Miranda Sings made a pathetic joke about coming out, and the backlash was blistering. And also, I hate to keep referencing it. It's really crazy to be doing this on the stage that she performs so frequently. I'm like, damn! But anyways, if you think one was enough, no. This article goes on that she pretended to come out as gay, and it was so disgusting because it was her coming out as a Meghan Trainor fan. You know what? You cannot win them all. Oh, okay. Miranda Sings Colleen Ballinger, an LGBTQ plus perspective. This is page 1 of 47. Now, and to this day, I'm not reading 47 pages. I'm either sorry you went through that or happy to hear that. But my God, it's so funny because they were writing this about this straight woman who made this tweet. And it's even funnier to know that it was like a gay little 15-year-old boy in Derry being like, I'm a Meghan Trainor fan. So, an important part of the lore. But alas, we go on from Miranda Sings to Meghan Trainor to gay. And also, I think it's important to note that remember we went from Rosanna to Mr. Beast to keep her happy? We also go from Taylor Swift to Colleen to keep her happy because whenever I was talking this woman through her divorce, she would literally, and I was like probably like 13 years old and she was like 30, she would be telling me about Josh and telling me all the like horrible things he was doing, but then she would always love to name drop Taylor Swift to me. She'd be like, Josh is blah, 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 blah. And then she'd be like, oh, and then I have to go over and make cookies with Taylor. So just to keep her happy, like Rosanna, we're doing that for her. But more importantly, as you all know, we're going to go on to the ukulele, which we touched upon at the start, okay? Now, from the ukulele, which we know is crazy, and by the way, you're the first ever show that we have listened to some of the ukulele thing because I refused, but I couldn't not at this show. Now, after Colleen did the ukulele, which of course was so well received, she hired this guy called Andrew Brettler. Now, Andrew Brettler is, if you do not know, a Hollywood fucking watchdog. He will kill any fucking story that is out there of a high-profile client, mainly to do with inappropriate things. And so Colleen hired him as like an emergency thing after she did the Toxic Gossip Train, and it didn't go down well. So Andrew Brettler comes into the scene, and you know what I will say to this day, because people will be like, did Colleen silence you? Did whatever? Please, as if you could fucking silence this, my butt. But Andrew Brettler is top dog, Hollywood lawyer, has shut down documentaries from Netflix and all these things. You know what, bitch? He never got my fucking pussy, so fuck you, Andrew Brettler. Little did I know that Andrew Brettler would come into my life yet again. Alexa Nicholas! So, if you do not know, too long to read, Alexa Nicholas was a Zoe 101 child star on Nickelodeon that then pivoted to exposing predators on YouTube with Eat Predators, which was her full thing. Turns out she was also befriending the predators behind the scenes with Drake Bell. Now, Alexa Nicholas, on this random fucking day, decided to do this manic live stream about me and my friend Kat, who I'll talk about later in the show. And it was the craziest stream of all time. And she thought that this was going to be so threatening because she had just hired Andrew Brettler, who was also working with Colleen, which would have normally scared me. But when Alexa Nicholas is on live stream at like 1 a.m. saying this about me, it's hard to take it fucking seriously.
Why are you letting Adam be a mean girl, a mean kid, a mean adult, and say that it's because I'm irrelevant? Why? Why? It's false, and you know that. I'm gonna leak the drive.
I'm gonna leak the drive references an underage victim, so all jokes aside, fuck Alexa Nicholas, by the way. Love the Nickelodeon merch, by the way. We have 50 shirts out there if you want them. Now, yeah, Alexa is crazy as fucking hell. Now, also, are y'all doing table service? Is that what's going on here? Like, do you scan a QR code? If I scan a QR code, could I get a drink by any chance? A shot? Of what? Are you over 21? There's a mucker shot? This venue, cunty, give it up for your venue staff. Oh my god, they literally do have a shot special. Wait, it would be rude not to. Sorry, by the way, I'm at the 18th show. All professionalism has gone out the fucking window. If you wanted professional, go to New York. Wait, I would love to do a shot special with whoever. I'm not paying, but get your own ones. But whoever wants to do one, I'll give it. Wait, who was that?
I'll buy you one.
You don't need to buy me one because we got that X1 credit card for me, not for y'all. But anyways, if I could get one of those shots, and if anyone wants to buy themselves one, I'll do it with you. But I'm not paying for you, please. Oh, is there two? Jesus Christ. What's in the raspberry? I'll do raspberry vodka. Huh? You're so sweet, but now you do too. Okay, I have one on the way. If anyone wants to order themselves one, we'll all do it together and it will be a very beautiful moment, okay? Now, anyways, fuck Alexa Nicholas, okay? Now, we're gonna go on to Brighton, from Derry to Brighton. Like I said, I grew up in Brighton. Now, I really quickly want to go on to, from Derry and Brighton, my dogs, Bonnie and Dolly. Now, there is no reason for me to be including this in the show other than when I signed up to go on tour, it meant that I will not see them for like months on end. And again, I see them so soon and I just fucking love them. And I love taking a moment every night to just fucking look at them. And you know what? Those bitches are looking over you. And I love these two divas. I raised them since I was like, I got both of them when I was 16 years old and I'm now 22 and I raised them throughout all that. We lived in Brighton, we lived in Derry, we tried Paris for a couple months. Like, these are my ride or dies and I love them so much. And again, I know that you do not understand why I'm putting this on, but I just fucking miss them and I love them and they're a part of my lore. Now, we're gonna go on to the cardboard cutout era. Now, this is very niche. This is very niche. You may not know, but I will. Hey! Thank you so much. Thank you. Give it up, 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 give it up. Love. I hope I'm not getting a bill for that. Okay, does anyone have a shot? Okay, I'll wait for y'all. I'm so kind. Anyways, I want to talk about the cardboard cutout era, okay? This is very niche. But in 2021, I tweeted, I'm going to order all of my dream dinner party guests as celebrity cardboard cutouts and make it a reality in my apartment. Now, as you can notice, at this time, I was 18 years old. I had just moved into my first apartment, and I had found a weed dealer for the first time. Is weed legal here? Thank God I brought my fucking pen through TSA. Oh my God. I flew from New York for the London show, that damn fucking New York show. I had fucking gummies, my fucking pen, and I had the muckers love to kind of give me a joint later, and I love it. And I had them all in my bag to enjoy, completely forgetting that that is illegal in London. My bags get pulled in, right? Which is so fucking scary. And they pull me into the fucking side room, and I'm like, oh my God, I know exactly what's gonna happen. I'm trying to really quickly figure out what's gonna happen because they have the body cam as well, and I was like, oh my God, it's gonna be like a Nikita Dragon moment where they like release the cam. So I was like, that's so niche, so if you got that, I love it. Do you wanna know how I got out of it? They literally open it, it was my fucking carry-on, and they put it out. I literally pretended to be American. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, I genuinely did. The dumb fucking... I thought that was me. The dumb... God bless, I'm not there anymore. The dumb London security didn't look at my passport that says Ireland on it, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I really didn't know. You know what, bitch? They let me off, and I got to keep all the stuff as well. Me in my London hotel that night, like... No wonder the London show was such a fucking disaster. So, merely days later, I tweeted, thank you all for coming today. This is literally what my living room looked like, by the way. This is not a joke. But what makes it even worse is this is how I filmed my videos. Do not egg me on. That's how this got to where it was. Now, this is my second bedroom in my Brighton apartment. And as you see the bed right here, this is where my mother would sleep when she would come over and stay with me. You know where this is going. So I remember in the peak of like frenemies falling out, I was filming a lot of videos a day, and this is where I filmed. I sat right here, and my mom was staying in this room, and she was like, Adam, can the girls like go down for the night? And I was like, no, mommy, I have to film. And here was my breaking point. I woke up the next day, and my mother was sleeping on the sofa, and I'll never forgive myself. She was so genuinely scared to sleep. You have no idea how scary this is in person, by the way. So that day, I made the decision to end the cardboard cutout era. I put them all in the communal bins of my apartment. Little did I know that less than 3 days later, I would get a formal email from the Brighton Council of a photo of all of them lined up and a £5,000 fine, which by the way is about $7,000. And it literally looked, I don't know if anyone's seen like when they do like drug raids and they like lay the drugs out. It was like literally all of them, and I'm like, yeah, that was mine. And I had to fucking pay that fine. And you know what? The cardboard cutout is never coming back. But that was definitely a time on the internet. Does anyone have a shot yet so I can shot it? Not yet. Jeez. The Adam cutout is that... I didn't put it in the bins, actually. My friend Neve has it in her apartment, which is even weirder. Now, I want to really quickly go on from Derry to Brighton to Manchester. So this was the last place I lived. And I lived in Manchester for a couple months, and very little happened there of significance, but one thing in particular did. So we're going to go from Manchester to Madonna. Now, a lot of people will not understand this reference, and it pains me to say this. But basically, I was staying in my apartment, which was right beside the AO Arena in Manchester, and Madonna was rehearsing for her recent tour, the Celebration Tour, at this venue. Security in my venue knew that I'm a raging fucking... And so he was like, go downstairs, you'll love it. So I was out there, Madonna was gonna roll up, there's two people, this guy and then this woman who's in like her 40s or 50s. Her name was fucking Karen, of course. Sounds like a joke, but God bless her. And anyways, decked head to toe Madonna wear, right? Ended up finding out within the 15 minutes that we were talking that she runs the longest running Madonna UK fan page. And she was not referring to Madonna as Madonna, it was M or Madge. And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna meet Madonna. So anyways, I was then told that Madonna was gonna be like 2 hours, so they stayed out there, and obviously I lived in the building, so I went up and I went live on YouTube, and I was like, guys, I'm about to meet Madonna. You have no idea, like, this girl's gonna hook me up, whatever. I really believed it. So you guys were so excited for me, which was so beautiful. And then I end the live stream. I go downstairs, and truth be told, Madonna rolls up. She, the girl that I was with, locks into place. Madonna gets out of the car, and this is her big moment. I was like, she's going to lead Madonna to us. She goes, "Hi, Madonna. Welcome to Manchester." And Madonna literally fucking ignores her and walks on. And the reason that this is significant is because I then went on live immediately after and was like, guys, it just didn't happen. Like, I have Madonna tattoos. I was crying. I was whatever. The comment section flooded with, "Hi, Madonna, welcome to Manchester," of muckers trolling me. But it went a step further because you started commenting it under Rosanna Pansino's fucking Instagram. So, a lot of people don't know of the clip. It's very quick, but this is the only thing that happened in Manchester, and you bitches trolled me for it. It's very quick, and it's very quiet, but here is Madonna fucking ignoring us.
Hi, Madonna. Welcome to Manchester.
And you know what? I retold that story, and y'all bitches fucking made fun of me. And you know what? I look back on it, deserved a little bit. But anyways, we're going to go on to Kat Tenbarge. Kat Tenbarge is one of my best friends in the entire world. She's also an incredible journalist, and without her, half this wall would not exist because she was the one that broke the stories within digital influencer culture. And she also broke a lot of stories to do with frenemies, and without Kat Tenbarge, you would not have the expose of David Dobrik or the Vlog Squad. She did both of that. Now, I really quickly want to talk about David and Casey because Casey Neistat... That damn fucking smile. Those damn sunglasses, too. They did a documentary together. Casey Neistat was doing a documentary about the rise of David Dobrik, and then Kat Tenbarge released her article exposing what he was actually doing behind the scenes. Casey scraps the entire documentary and rewrites it with Kat Tenbarge being the narrator, which is cunty as hell, by the way. And then ultimately, the documentary premieres at South by Southwest. It's a big deal. It ends up not getting released based on what we talked about with like the Andrew Brettlers of the world. The Hollywood lawyers have the power to shut things down, okay? So that's a problem because with David Dobrik, things are... Yeah. There's like... When it comes to people that David Dobrik has done wrong with like victims or Jeff Wittick or whatever like that, it's crazy just how much can get silenced even within like our digital influencer world. But I guess it's good that we keep on top of it. And you know what, bitch? We're like detectives like that. I'm like... But we are going to go on to Jason Nash, okay? We're lipping back. Jason Nash, TikTok live, okay? No, another galaxy down below, babe. Another galaxy. Now, who else is on TikTok live? Jeffree Star. I want to talk about this really quickly. So, this is me in drag at 18 years old as Jeffree Star racism apology video. Now, my favorite thing about this, number one, is that, first of all, I ate. But number two is that my cousin Grania, who's a makeup artist, actually did this on me. And it proved to me in that moment that my family actually do not watch my content because she said to me, she was like, "I'll do this and then you can like text Jeffree the photo and let me know what he says." And I was like, "You don't watch my content, don't you not?" But I love this moment, and low-key I ate there, so I'm going to always include that. But with Jeffree, we're going to go on to yaks because when Jeffree got cancelled for the last time, he decided to become a farmer. And I guess yaks were his chosen meat. Now, Jeffree did say that they are my friends, they are my family, that's all it is. So now we have Jeffree Star Makeup and Meat, the store, where he sells the yaks that he kills himself. And by the way, he promoted this store as you can come with your man can look at the meat and you can look at the makeup, which is just like crazy fucking... How far is Wyoming from here? It's not that far, right? Oh, it is far. Girl, I don't fucking know the map. But, first of all, with or without you, I'm doing this shot now, because I'm not doing it at the end of the show. Does anyone have one? If you do, cheers. This is a lot, Jesus Christ. You've got to give me some sort of noise here. Very delicious, very delicious. So with, ooh, Jesus Christ. With David Dobrik, we go to Excavator, okay? Do we know where we go from here? Jeff Wittick! Jeff Wittick is so fucking sexy. I got to go to his New York show a couple months ago, and oh my God, girl, I don't have one, but if I have one, the pussy's trembling. Sexy, sexy, sexy man, okay? So anyways, from Jeff Wittick, I think that we'll look back to him, but more importantly, I want to go to Instagram Live, okay? Shane Dawson. Has anyone here ever crashed out on Instagram Live in front of 250,000 people? Shane Dawson has, and you know what? Let's enjoy the moment together!
Oh, of course.
Another ad.
Another ad. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. This is so fucked. This is... Oh my God. Okay. I'm live because I can't even process. I need a drink of water.
Watch how Shane Dawson takes a sip of water.
This is insane.
He goes to the sink like this.
This is insane. This is insane. This woman is a fucking... Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm going to wait till as many people get in here as possible because I'm losing my mind.
You should not have done that.
Keep playing it. Keep playing it.
I didn't even know I was making a video. So how is it that so many editorial outlets knew that something was coming before I...
Because you messaged drama channels! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
The night before I did film, Jeffrey sent me what he claimed was an audio file from an alleged victim and told me to listen to the pain in her voice. The audio
OMG,
was
bruv.
very small portion of
Oh my
the
God.
conversation. It wasn't enough for me to contact you.
Is that Gabbie Hanna?
Well, then why would you make a video on the matter claiming
Because she is a fucking...
I don't want to say bad things about people.
I don't want to say mean things about people. This is insane. This is insane. This person is literally... Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Keep pressing play. I need to get through this video so I can fucking... Oh my God.
As a victim of abuse myself...
Oh my God. You are so manipulative.
Think of facing public...
You're fake crying. You are fake crying. You are fake crying. That is not real. Oh my God.
Now, we have got to acknowledge that at this time, there is 250,000 people watching this. Oh my fucking God.
Oh my God. That is not...
I made no mention of it in my video.
Oh my God.
Get off.
My favorite part's coming up.
Posting my video by sister.
Oh my God.
I texted Shane sharing my concerns for James Charles, that he was out of the country on the high floor of a hotel and I was afraid for him.
My favorite part is when Tatty mentions Shane. IG Live over, by the way. Now, you know what? Give it up for him crashing out, because that was very vulnerable. We're going to go on to Tatty Westbrook. I'm so glad, because normally she gets booed. And you know what I will say? I don't give a fuck about her morals. If you look that fucking cunty, I'm on your side. Don't piss me off. If your hair is laid, your face looks good as hell, and you've got a good fucking outfit on, tell me whatever you want, beautiful. She is... Oh, thank God Colleen looked a mess in that video, because if she looked like Tatty, Tatty to me is... Face card is insane. Now, with Tatty Westbrook, I want to go on to birthday dinners, okay? Clearly, some people are familiar with where we go from here.
So talking about that at the dinner table with his parents was kind of weird. Him talking explicitly about sex and things that he would like to do. And I was just like, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, I am used to this around, everyone else, but not his parents. Like, I thought around his parents that he would not behave this way. Like, it was just like, no big deal. Like, sucking dick and cock. Like, I'm just like, oh my God. Time and place. And you did it at my birthday dinner. And I made excuses for you then. You were talking in detail about things you wanted to do to the waiter. And when I said, James, he's straight, your response was, doesn't matter, I'm a celebrity. So freaking gross. And you said that in front of my family, in front of my childhood friends. I had to call every one of them up the next morning and apologize on your behalf because it was so uncomfortable. And I've
Girl, whatever. No, something to note here is the huge Jeffree Star PR package in the background. But, I don't want to replay it, but I just want to go back and start. Doesn't she look good as fuck? God, I'd be fuming if I was James, like someone coming this cunty hot. But anyways, so we're then going to go to James Charles. My favorite thing was during the LA show, the sound booth was right here, so I could see the sound guy the entire show. It was a much more intimate crowd. It was like 100 people, and he was sitting there, and he normally was just like playing with his little like fucking device he had. Obviously not interested in the shows, that's what's going on. But whenever I said James Charles, for some reason, the LA crowd collectively decided to chant, jail, jail, jail. And they did that after I said, and I literally look over there because I was shocked, and he was like, he genuinely was so confused because, again, we're doing these shows that's probably so confusing to the venue staff. God bless them, but, like, we're chronically online, but it's hard to believe that people aren't as fucking deranged as we are. But with James Charles, all I have to say is, are there any underage boys in the house? James! No, fuck James Charles. Fuck James Charles. I hate James Charles so fucking much. But I want to go from Jeff really quickly to Tana Mojo, okay? Very mixed response in the house, always is. So from Tana, we are going to finish the wall with going from champagne to this woman called Cynthia, okay? Wow. Y'all know the niche references. Okay, so too long to read is Tana Mojo went on a champagne tour in Paris with this woman called Cynthia. Now, the tour was supposed to be Cynthia, who runs one of the like biggest like woman-only like champagne, industries in Paris. Which, by the way, for a woman to kind of own a lot of like an alcohol industry in any fucking country is like diva. So good for her. But anyways, Tana went on this tour, and Tana thought that she was going to be able to like drink bottles of fucking like champagne and get blackout drunk. But obviously, a tasting is yummy, whatever. Tana goes on live and is like, Cynthia was naming her such a cunt, like the worst person in the entire world. Cynthia's Google rating drops so fucking much for her company, and I was making videos on it during the time, and Cynthia ends up reaching out to me, which was crazy, by the way, and she was like, hey, I know you're making videos on this. If you're ever in Paris, come over to my house and I will give you the same experience that Tana got with the same bottles and the same things I said, and you make your own mind up on who was in the wrong and who was in the right, which, by the way, cunty as hell. Specifically for someone who's not in the industry, you know what I mean? But anyways, the problem with this was I was in Paris when she sent me that message, and I was like, girl, what about tonight? So I go over to her house, and I was under the impression that we were just going to hang out, and then I was going to talk about it on my YouTube. So she had all these bottles lined up. The first one was being rebelle. She made sure to rebelle. She's a Canadian woman, by the way. But anyways, we were drinking this bottle, and then we moved on to the second rebelle. And after the second bottle, she had this third one, and she was like, this is the one we should open for the video. And I was like, the video, yes. The video, yes, of course, the video. What video? She was like, oh my God, we need to do a video for your YouTube channel where you open champagne. And I'm like, yes, the video, oh my God, of course, Cynthia, how can I forget? So the clip that I'm about to show you, quite like Rosanna at the start, is me, 2 bottles of champagne down with Cynthia, by the way, only 2 of us. And she asked me to open a bottle of champagne, which, by the way, opening a bottle of wine or Prosecco or anything sober is fucking difficult. But can you imagine Cynthia watching you like a hawk? So 2 things I want you to watch in this clip. It's a very quick clip, but number 1, imagine that I am Tana Mojo, because that was the full thing. I'm getting the experience of Tana Mojo. And I was probably as drunk as Tana Mojo, too. And number 2, watch how blackout drunk I am, that I'm literally like this. Wait. God bless her.
Okay, now you need to, you never take that thumb off. That's your safety mechanism. Okay? So
she's a MILF,
once
yeah.
you've twisted your age 16, You want to loosen the cage a little bit, and that's why you need to have a clean.
Girl, I'm disassociating.
Because you don't want your cage stuck under the lip. Okay. So put your thumb back on here. Okay. Now take those fingers. Like this.
This one, right?
No. Put it between these like this.
Okay.
And now you want to grip your cork. And the trick is to hold your bottle at.
Why do I point it at her face?
Like that. So you're gripping the cork. You can put your thumb up here like this now, because the important thing is to have a good grip.
Okay, I'm actually gonna switch hands.
I wish.
You can, if you feel comfortable.
I feel like this is better.
And put just maybe one more finger over there.
Okay.
Could you imagine Tana Mojo doing this?
Get a good grip. Like, basically holding it like...
This is the bottle we just finished, by the way.
You turn the bottle, you grip the cork, and you turn the bottle at 45 degrees angle.
Okay.
Guess who's recording this, by the way? Her daughter.
Okay, I'm terrifying. I've got it.
Okay. And if you want more control, put it down, let go, like this.
Okay.
There you have more control. Like the pro.
Oh my god, that's the most nerve-wracking thing in my entire life.
You know what's crazy? It's so confusing sometimes, because tell me why the next time I ever had to open a bottle of fucking champagne.
Could be kind of like brunch vibes. So I have mimosas.
You just speak to my heart.
It all comes back to Rosanna
That terrifies me
Pansino.
so much, and I am just so here for it. You have no idea. I love, love, love anything to do with champagne. This is okay. Knowing our history, I really don't know how I feel about you holding this so close to me right now.
Here's this huge golden sword.
I'm like, guys, I'm like, Ro, anything I said in the past, I really don't mean it. I really don't mean it, Ro. I really don't mean it.
No, I'm gonna knight you a member of the champagne gang.
Love it.
But you have to saber first.
Okay.
And then you're knighted.
This is not you sabering me, right?
No, I promise.
Okay, we're in the clear. We're in the clear.
Okay,
let's
so
go to the
you're
kitchen.
seeing my height,
we can
right?
do this. This is gonna be
You're
great.
seeing me
I'll
in
bring
person
the
my height.
glasses.
I'm terrified.
Imagine the
Okay,
height
so
of
guys,
Rosanna
this is how you
Pansino.
saber. There's a seam line right here, and that's the weak point. So you tilt it this way, and then hold it, and boom, like that.
Could you imagine me doing this at
One,
Cynthia's
three.
house? No. I start to have a panic attack on camera.
Oh my god.
You did great.
I'm still shaking.
You
I'm still
so
shaking.
good.
I feel like I need a moment here. Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
You sabered.
Is the bottle supposed to look like this after?
Yeah.
My first panic attack at Rose Heights.
So that's the last time we bring her up. Give it up for Rosanna Pansino. Okay, so we're finishing the lore wall. So we go to Twitter, which was a big part of my life growing up. I was a big part of Stan Twitter. And we go to Pop Crave, which is a big part of pop culture right now. It's a big pop culture update account on Twitter, tweeting things like Ariana Grande stuns for Eternal Sunshine. Ooh. Some Ariana fans in the house. I love this one. Selena Gomez stuns with bob haircut. Tell me why there's an Adam Crave, by the way. And God bless her, she's came to 2 shows now. I love that, Abby, but she tweets things like this. It never gets less shocking. Adam stuns in new Instagram photos. And you know what? Thank God I moved out of Brighton, which is the gay capital of the UK, because I don't know what my outfits would have looked like if I had stayed there for any longer. Adam stuns with Adam in new photo. Cardboard cutout. Adam stuns at 35,000 feet in the air, just on a plane, by the way. But it gets worse. You know why? Because Adam Crave, it doesn't just end at me. Bonnie and Dolly look gorgeous in new photo. No. Bonnie serves body in new photo, and you know what? Give it up for her body. One more. Dolly gives cunt in red dress. So we go from Twitter to Selena Gomez, because Selena Gomez was my first ever Stan account that I created, and I ended up getting to meet Selena, which was incredible, and I ran this account for my entire childhood, big part of my life growing up. But more embarrassingly, we go to Miss Piggy, because with Miss Piggy, as unfortunate as this is for me to admit, I didn't run a Miss Piggy fan page. From the ages of 6 until 15, I ran a Miss Piggy roleplay account. I thought this was a safe space. I ran a Miss Piggy roleplay account. No, it wasn't like fucking, literally at the last show, someone was like, oh my God, it's not like fucking Kermit. It was the most mundane shit where I was literally like posting as her, like going to the coffee, like get a hobby, you know what I mean? Maybe Colleen was valid in shutting me down. But anyways, we are then gonna go on to this because I ended up meeting Miss Piggy and it was the best experience of my entire life. Childhood dream. She is in New York, and you know why? She does resemble my dog Bonnie a little bit, so I'm gonna say Miss Piggy serves body in new photo. You know what? She does. We are gonna, second last one, Mariah Carey, okay? Mariah Carey is the last ever fan page that I ran before I started doing YouTube videos. Thank God, because I would still be on Stan Twitter to this day, and my God, it was a full-time fucking job. And from Mariah Carey, we have our final one. Very far off. Where would we go from Mariah Carey? Very far off from the fucking chicken box. From Mariah Carey, we don't go to the chicken box, but instead we do, in fact, go to 9/11, okay? Chicken box was crazy, by the way. Now, this is the entire Lore Mucker wall, but there's a reason that we go to 9/11, because the venue staff always get very confused at this moment. Now, there is a reason for this. Mariah Carey, in 2023, I was in the crowd for the Global Citizen Festival in New York City. It was on September 11th, 2023. It was... Sorry, I heard awkward. They were doing a fundraiser for everything that was going on in 9/11. And basically, Mariah was performing, and she was supposed to do a 9/11 tribute. Now, the teleprompter was supposed to say, like, we're going to talk about 9/11, and then she's going to go into her song, Hero. But for some reason, the teleprompter, like, said, we're cutting the song. So what ended up happening is what I'm about to show you. This is my video. I recorded this in the trenches of defending Mariah Carey. I'm like this, and she said what you're about to hear, and I went like this. It's very quick, so let's go through this together. Here is the context. It's very confusing as to why we would go to 9/11, but it's important for the context.
No. Well, you don't want to hear about 9/11. Thank you. We're going to talk a little bit about this moment.
So POV, me, Mariah Carey, fan, recording this.
No. Well, you don't want to hear about 9/11.
Insane. But that ended up becoming a big part of Mucker lore, right? And it's a big part of pop culture, and it's always fucking, like, people always bring it up when it comes to Mariah now because it's so fucking random. And ironically, it has nothing to do with 9/11 itself, which is so shocking. It has everything to do with what the fuck is wrong with Mariah Carey. But I don't want to end it on a sour note because I ended up meeting Mariah. And she was incredible. Mariah is the ultimate of ultimate. She ended up bringing me on stage at her show a couple months ago, and this is one of my favorite clips of all fucking time. Wait.
Okay, and where is Adam? Hi, Adam. I thought I saw you before. Okay.
Love. Now, I want to show you this clip and explain something to you really quickly. So, I have a bunch of tattoos of Mariah Carey. I have one of her album, one of her signature. So, when I go on stage, I try to show her these tattoos. She has no fucking interest in the tattoos, and instead is pointing at every single other fucking tattoo that I have. I'm showing her, and she goes, yes, I love this one about my other ones, and then points at my corpse bride tattoo, and goes, thank you. No, you're about to see. She genuinely thought that this corpse bride tattoo was about her, and she was so fucking flattered. Just watch. I'm trying to show her my tattoos, and she's like, yes, and this one, and this. Just.
Oh my gosh.
Bye.
Yes.
She's pointing at my Madonna tattoo here, but wait. Wait. I'm trying to show her, Mariah, please. No, she points at corpse bride and goes, thank you. What the fuck? No. She's so fixated thinking this is about her.
Yeah, let's do a selfie.
Now here's the thing, if you're coming to meet and greet later, I don't care if you're Mariah Carey. You have got to be on my fucking good side. But she whispers in my ear, Adam, the lighting's shitty. And you know what? I love her for it. Give it up for Mariah Carey. And just like that, we are done our Mucker lore. So thank you so much for sitting through the Mucker lore. Now, before I go, I know that you could write things that you needed advice on. So we are going to do a little bit of Ask Mother Mucker. So I have a couple right here, and I'm going to try to do as many as possible within the time that I have. And also, if my sweet little Mark is out there somewhere, if you could come back here, because I would love to get a photo, because they're very sexy, so I would love to get a photo. Just take your time, though, because I'm going to do these, though. So anyways, if these are you, confess. And if you don't want, we'll still answer them, okay? All right. First one is, oh, of course. Should I get back together with my ex? No! Okay, I am going to say no, because... Can I tell you something really quick? Between us. Guess who just got back with their ex? Girl. Girl, literally like a week ago as well, which is crazy. Hey, my visa expires soon. You've got to get dick where you can get it. All right, anyways. How to deal with a friend who makes everything about themselves and won't let me talk about myself. People like this are so fucking exhausting, and you've got to cut them off very quickly, okay? That's very easy. I'm sleeping with my... Love these. I'm sleeping with my boss, and it's... By the way, this is someone in the house, which is like... Did you say it's me? I'm sleeping with my boss, and it's the... Of course. It's the best sex I've ever had. The problem is, he's married. There's more. Would he ever want to date me? Okay, baby. Baby, you are not even the leftovers. You are the side dish. Sorry, that's so rude because I know you're in the crowd. But what I will say is... I thought there was someone behind me there. I got so scared. Girl, I'm in America now. I've got to like... your boss don't want your cookie. He's already getting someone else's cookie. And I would say walk away from it and find better, okay? Okay, wait. Before I do the last three, can I get a group photo, please? Please? If I could be really annoying and ask if you're able to stand and put your flashlight on. Please? 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 Yeah, it worked. Give it up for Mark! Are all flashlights on? Hey, stand if I'm gonna block you, bitch. Okay, wait. I'm gonna wait. If you want to be in it, stand or make yourself seen, okay? I'm gonna wait. 1, 2. Okay, you gotta make some sort of noise. God bless you. Okay, thank you, Mark. Give it up for Mark. Okay. All right. I'm gonna rattle 3. I'll do 3 more of these, okay? Okay, so, this one is calling out to me. It says, Adam, help! I've been with my boyfriend for 6 months, but I actually want to sleep. Okay. I actually want to sleep with his sister. It's so great knowing that there's someone sitting like this in the crowd. And it's them. If you want to... Girl, that's messy as hell. No. Girl, that is too messy even for me. Okay, sorry. I've seen that these last three are really good, so I'm going to rattle through them. Okay. How do I ask my husband of 3 years for a threesome? Who's married in the crowd? Okay, here's the thing. You have got to understand, whoever you are, that if you ask your husband for a threesome, that may be a huge turnoff, and that may be something that ends the relationship. If you're willing to end the relationship for the possibility of fun, ask for the threesome. Also, try to find some good friends that they may find sexy. I'm not married. What the fuck do I know? Baby, I can barely keep a... I'm back with my ex. I'm like, girl, please. Last two of the show. Oh my God. The last one is crazy. Adam, I'm in a long distance relationship of... Boo. I don't care if anyone here is in a long distance relationship. Not for me, okay? I've been in a long distance relationship of 3 years. We've never met. Wait, there's someone in the crowd who's like, be gentle. Is it okay for us to get engaged when we first meet? Girl, let's get off that computer. Final one! Adam, I find... You might not want to be for this one. Adam, I find a collection of dildos in my boyfriend's closet. Do I confront him about it? Are they his, or is he cheating on me? Because it's the last one. If they should confront, make some noise. If they should not, make some noise. If you think he's using the dildos, if you think he's cheating, girl, you know what you should do? Whoever it is in the house, is it you? Should put your hand up. If it is you, I have a solution. If you go on adamandeve.com and use code ADAM50, 50% off, free shipping US and Canada. Some exclusions apply. They do double-ended dildos.